domo, ladies. Welcome to the continuation of the What If Deku, who was joins the Red Lantern Corps. So I know that this is going to be the continuation, should I say. This is going to be the part 6. So where this is going to be a little bit of a context thing that I will pick up what he left off as. So, ready? Let's begin. So, where he left off, Zuko was basically diddling and daddling, basically like trying to find infinite stones, because he had limited time. So basically, he chose to have a, little one-on-one with Gwen thing, or Stacy thing, or Gwen, and as he goes and he's Dexter somehow snuck right past the security system of the right past and took the Infinity Stones that was supposed to be like in the X-Men, and no one knew about it. And so that was one stone. And so then the collected. So Zuko spends his time with Stacy thing during that time. And also that every single time that Supergirl watches the part where or watches the that part, the seeing Gwen and date needs the Zuko's she gets angry, and Mr. Vex thing, I can't even pronounce his name, tells Zuko, he can tell the name when Kryptonians get angry. So he's kind of moving away from Supergirl so that or putting a box around the TV and himself so that if Supergirl was ever gonna go crazy or goes all berserk, he wouldn't get killed. So then the Avengers. Let's go back to Zuko's or Marvel's. So Zuko ends up basically meeting the Avengers for a first time as Black Widow, whom was the probably introduces herself and Hulk and Iron Man and the rest of the Avengers came and greeted him. And yeah, so then so he meets Thor. Yeah. As because and the cat landed on Zuko's shoulder as the name, yeah, as Thor is like, that's a cute cat. Oh, this is Dexter. And he's a supernatural cat. Ring on his tail gives him special powers. Like what kind? And as Tony tries to grab the tail, but then Zuko, how about, or as Dex just slashes at him and hisses like, yeah. So then, so Zuko, who was basically, he got accepted. They gained his trust. And Zuko was pretty tough. So Thor took Zuko and Dex to his home as these are new people. Okay? So then our powers are different from each other's. But Thor didn't realize that his own sister was coming to visit. Is it? So the Hela, or whatever her name is, she was basically could smell death and destruction on Zuko and Dex. And he says, who's this girl? Or who's this lady? Oh. And hello, meet Zuko Midoriya and Dexter. Be careful. Doesn't like when anyone else except for me. As I could see that. Plus, so actually, let's say Zuko home says it's personal mission. Or actually, so the cat teleported into the, not jail cell, but more of a, trophy room. and he found the one of the Infinity Stones, or both infinite, or no, one of the Infinity Stones. So he collected it, and the so and so he tells, or so he visits with Hela, the as he says, there's, and Hela knows Zuku's actual, like, power. As Zuko was pretty much is like embarrassed too. As he, or as Mr. or no no so she tells him that you're basically a, what powers do you have? Well, I have a power of regeneration, and the, or actually Helen didn't notice that he had a ring on him, but it was red, as she could sense that Zuko, whom had rage. So, in a, like, Helen took him to, like, asked him, like, the, about, what's about that ring that you have on your finger? Oh, this? Yes? Is because there's a universe where I came from called, and they're called lanterns. Like, basically, like red lanterns, green lanterns, yellow, black. The red lanterns are rage, but I'm the owner, like a host of symbol of rage. Ooh. And that got Hela's attention. So then, yeah. So then yeah. So Hela basically, like, wow. Any other emotions, things? Well, each lantern has its own separate emotion. But there is one thing that people never do when they retrieve the rings. Because if they get hit removed, then they instantly die. And the rings will find a new host. A suitable host for it. Ooh. So then they went back, and I'm also here for the Infinity Stones. That's my personal mission. As he doesn't know, or he doesn't, like, tell her that it's the Mr. Flex's idea thing. He just says it's his own personal idea. So then, as he's pretty good with it. So he goes, and he's, like, he starts hanging out. So then Zuko, who goes in to like the trophy room and he looks around in the trophy area because Thor took him in. Man, where I come from, or in the area, or in the opposite world, we don't have anything cool as these. But there is one thing that I will never bring, or there's one lantern, or one villain that I never want to come or bring him. And that would be, as Dora's kind of curious, his name's Larfleeze. And he's the most greediest one. Like, if he saw all of this, then he would have been, like, he would have been having every single thing. He would never share, so, yeah. He actually, like, because of how much greed he has, and then yeah. So then, Zuko was like, okay. So then so Thor and yeah. So he goes back to the human world. Yeah, and he goes to the Avengers Tower and he's like, huh. How many, or this is a personal question for you. Go ahead. How many Infinity Stones? I know about the Infinity Stones things. But can I ask how many did you guys collected? Let's see. It's my personal mission. Personal. So then, yeah. So he doesn't tell anyone. We have, or let's say, they had basically the tire equivalent of. So, yeah, each one. So, he already took so Dex has basically 2 Infinity Stones inside of its body that he vomits out of the bag, or into the bag, as he did clean them off and puts them. So, it's my personal. Because Dexter went in to the X-Mansion and took the crystal for himself, and yeah, because he doesn't need the mutant brother things, and yeah. So, how long has this video been? Let's check this. Okay, not that long. Okay, so, yeah. So Zuko ends up having 2 out of 5 Infinity Stones. Or no, 6, I believe. Yeah. 2 out of 6, so 4 more. So, he And Thanos was trying to steal, or he has two other Infinity Stones, or actually he has the rest. Or actually, Iron Man has two, or no, wait. Yeah, two Infinity Stones. Inside of him. Or Thanos has two Infinity Stones. The Avengers have two. Who, like, basically, and X-Men have one, and that was taken by the Dex, and then yeah. So Zuko, was basically went on patrol with the Hulk and the sometimes with or some days with her too. And they basically yeah. And sometimes the Supergirl gets jealous more and more every single time that Gwen and gets closer and closer to Zuko Midoriya. So, yeah. And Zuko knows he's not from this world, but he enjoys a peaceful, normal life. He spends it with the heroes. Oh, and yeah. And Zuko's eyes are so yeah, the two Infinity Stones got captured from the Avengers. So that makes it 4 for Zuko altogether. And yeah. So basically, yeah. Zuko had 4, Thanos had 2. So Thanos came to Earth and trying to look for it, and he of course fails miserably. As Zuko just straight up pickpocketed basically grabs the other two during the fight. So, and Zuko has all 6 of them inside of his pocket, or inside of a bag inside of his pocket. So he's like, I didn't have my share of killing spree. And he tells Iron Man to get away from him, or tells the Avengers to and Spider-Man or Spider Family to get away from him, so that as Thanos has tried to be like, oh, you're a weak young man or kid, you should go home. And as a red fist comes out of nowhere, slams right into the Thanos like a semi-truck, just hits him right in the chest. As he says, only person that shouldn't tell me, the kid, or there's of course he says, in my world, or let's have some fun, should I say. As Zuko's eyes turn brightest red as he does the Red Lantern chant. And as Zuko just as the Red Lantern ring charges up full power. Ready for rampage? As he looks at inside of himself. Ready? As a Red Bull comes out of... Not Red Bull, not in the drink kind, first of all. The Red Bull, like the DC Comics, or that big, bulky one. Let me see if I can... DC Comics is... trying to remember. Red Bull. Oh? Not Red Bull. I can't even say it. Bull. Red Bull. Gives you wings. Sorry. So, Red Bull, this one, and ends up ramming right into Thanos' chest. Bam! Slamming right into him. Ezekiel says, huh, as it evaporates, because he made a construct version of it. So, and then he made, like, fighter jets. He made machine guns. And he's, like, going all out on Thanos. As he starts... Boom, boom, boom! As missiles from the airplane and machine guns starts... Boom, boom, boom. As, yeah, Zuko was mad. As Zuko was, like, basically Thanos was, like, down on the ground as a big construct of All Might pounding on Thanos like a, yeah, as the Hulk couldn't, he knows that something's wrong with him. So what does the Hulk do? He runs up to Zuko and instead of like punched him, he hugs him as Zuko was landed his feet as it stops as yeah, calm down, kid. As Zuko's knows, as Zuko can't operate his own body, so when Zuko calms down, as he so then Iron Man asks Zuko's like, are you doing okay? Or actually Captain America says, are you doing okay, Zuko? Yeah. Give me a minute. Because Zuko tells him that Zuko tells the Avengers and Spider Family the truth that he didn't came from their world. He came from a alternate timeline. Like the opposite world. And in his timeline, he he told him that there's these things called lanterns. Um, you're thinking of the store-bought brands kind of lanterns, but no, they're super powers, or they're forces, and you meet the Red Lantern, or two Red Lanterns. What do you mean? Two Red Lanterns. One on my finger here is a Red Lantern ring, where if you get this on, then you become all raged. It replaces every other emotion with that specific one. There's only, I remember, red, yellow, green, blue, purple, and pink. And each one contains each emotion. Like, red represents rage. Like, basically, that's what me and Dex have. We're always in a bad mood. But we have our own reasons of why. As they're like, okay, tell us more? Sure. The Green Lanterns are will, or green is will. Orange is the opposite of theme. They are, there's only one member in it. And that member is Larfleeze. He's an alien. He's an alien. He's an alien and dictator, basically. He always wants money. And, yeah. So, and pink represents love. And, of course, as Zuko explains that we have similar powers, or we can make constructs of anything that we imagined. As Hawkeye says, including making a pair of socks that fits the Hulk. As Hulk is just straight up did like what he did with Thor, that one movie. Bam! Real funny. But, yeah. Whenever you imagine it, it comes to life. Hey? But there's a downside to it. If you remove the ring, like say if I remove Dexter's ring, then Dexter will be killed off. Like instantly die. As, yeah. I know. So, yeah. And what would happen if a user dies? Well, the ring as he says, the ring will go to a suitable host, no matter how far the galaxy, or no matter how far the things are. The Green Lanterns even have a planet. Yeah. So then, yeah. No matter how big or small. Yeah. So then, Zuko's like, or they're like, whoa. So, and why were you sent here? Well, you had a personal mission to collect all the Infinity Stones so that yeah. And return them to my homeworld. So then, Zuko and so Mr. Flick's X was Zuko did gain their trust, but then, yeah. So Mr. Flicks teleported Zuko back to his dimension, as Gwenpool, or no, Gwen or Stacy, one of those two, I forget, ends up, before Zuko left, she straight up kissed him right on the lips for the final time that they meet. So then when Zuko left, yeah, as Supergirl was pretty ticked off. Like, how so? Well, yeah. See how long this video took? That's okay. Because he keeps leaving it on, because I know. So, yeah. So this is going to be the long part. So please leave a like, share, subscribe, and catch you guys and girls in the next part of this What If. So, peace out.